Okay. Can you guys see my screen, Albert? Okay.
Yes.
So there. So this afternoon, guys, you wouldn't be designing logos. You don't need Photoshop. Okay. All you need to have right now is uh, have your minds open to what I'll be sharing with you. Okay, I hope that you have pen and paper beside you, and there will be a lot of key points that I'd like to discuss about branding and how it's valuable for your business, may it be a B2C or B2B brand, and hopefully that I could also communicate to you how a brand identity can how to plan out the brand identity for your business. Yeah. So the goals for the masterclass would be for you guys to have a better understanding of brand identities, and I'll be that I hope that I'll be able to share with you a working brand identity framework for you guys to so that this would be somewhat a guide for you when in the future you would want to review your current brand identities, or you want to develop the the branding of your new businesses. Okay, so I'd like to start by saying that most of the time people would assume that branding is all about logos. Uh, it's BS. No. Okay. Yes, we've seen a lot of famous logos out there. We see them every day, but again, they're not the ones that make us buy items from them. They are not advertising materials. They are just representations of a business, of a product or a service. You you don't go to Starbucks and buy a coffee because their mermaid logo talk to you, or you wouldn't buy a BMW car because of its historic propeller seal, or you wouldn't go uh, to Soler because you know the history the the icon. No, okay. You go to Starbucks, you buy coffee there because maybe it's accessible for you, okay, and probably they have you for you they have good to go coffee variants, or you bought a BMW car because you trust German engineering. At the same time, when you talk about BMW cars, you know, top of mind, they offer premium quality units. And you go to Soler, okay, because you want to experience a resort type casino. Okay. You patronize these businesses because their brand image resonates with you. Okay. And with that, when we talk about brand identities, okay, at the businesses, they are the ones who create the brand identities, while the customers, what they see are brand images. Okay, these are the reputation, these are the perception of the customers to the brand. Okay, so I think our first breakout session is among yourselves, guys. Why do your customers patronize your business? Please discuss that among yourselves. So let's have 5 minutes for that.
So welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the technical glitch. So as I mentioned, unfortunately, because of the time constraint, we won't be able to do a lot of sharing during the plenary. But hopefully, as we go through these discussions in the breakout session, you'll start building a clearer and clearer picture of what your brand identity is. And this structured and scaffolded process that Lek is walking us through will hopefully help us articulate that and help us get there. So, Lek, in the meantime, before we turn over to Lek, we just want to again invite everyone to share your insights and whatever questions you may have here in the chat box. And I'll be monitoring them and raising them to the plenary as needed. In the meantime, Lek, I will turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Albert. So, anyone who would like to share what we discussed in your breakout rooms? Anyone?
Maybe I can share. This is PD.
Hi, PD.
Ayan,
Yes.
sandali. Okay, so sa amin in our breakout rooms, I'm with Carl and with Miss Jackie. So
Yeah.
we discuss about the parang USP ng aming products and services. So
Okay.
that's the only reason why we are patronized. So yun.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. USP. Okay. Anyone else?
I can
Ako
share.
next, I'll share. Ah, sige, go.
Hi, I'm actually new. But anyway, thanks for the invite first. Why do customer patronize our business?
Yeah.
Basically, we are into psychological services,
Okay.
and we have a good name, especially in our academy. And currently, because of the pandemic, our online solution for psychological testing solution is really needed for most of the businesses because hiring now, especially now, is quite hard. It
Mm-hmm.
requires social distancing, so we have a good solution for that.
Nice.
Thank you for that, Mikhail.
Yeah. One more, maybe. One more. I was
We
hearing
heard
Daisy
from
a while
Daisy
ago.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daisy. Ayan,
Daisy, we cannot hear you.
Our own answers, we had our own answers as to why we thought customers patronize us. And
Oh,
I happen to be with one company where I was a customer, and I told her that the reason why I really purchase or patronize you is this, which is not what she said. you know my perception as a customer, I'm giving another perspective which is not the same as what she mentioned. So I don't that's my realization.
yeah. 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 There are times that brand image naman, it's not something fixed. It's still relative to how you experience the brand, their products or their service, even their customer service could really what's this dictate or influence the brand image to different people. Yeah. Okay, so again, so cool. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on why why your businesses are being patronized by your customers. So basically, like what I shared a while ago, and even your businesses. Okay, so these businesses were able to create a brand image of themselves in the customers because it's clear to them who they are and who their customers are. So again, guys, there are two personas here. There's a business and there's a customer. Okay, at the customer side, they would see the reputation of a brand, of a business. While on the other side, the business creates the brand identity, how they want to be introduced, how they want to be known by their customers. However, brand identities can only work so far. Okay. And some brand identities, they don't even have a clear brand image to the customers. Okay. So you need to have first and foremost, you need to have clear brand identities. Okay, you need to have it's for the business side. Okay, sa inyo pa lang, you guys need to know that paano naging concrete yung brand identity sa inyo. Okay, so a good brand identity can give your business awareness. Okay, so you need to customers need to know that you exist. Okay, so obviously brand a visual identity would really help you a lot. Okay, at the same time, okay, second level would be you need to be the top choice of your customers. Okay, so when they make a purchase or when they decide who's the service provider that they would get, okay, we'd always want that our business would be the chosen one. Okay, and third, okay, we want to have loyal customers. Okay, so if you have a good brand identity, These three are the things that you'll get from it. Okay. So, ano ba yung brand identity? Okay, so it's a collection of different elements that a company creates to portray the right image to its customers. Again, there's an identity and there's an image again. Okay, so basically a brand identity helps mold your business's reputation to your customers. Okay, just like this. Okay, Mega Tuna, super basic. Okay, we know it's a product of Mega Tuna because it has its brand name. Okay, the the logo is there. Okay, they have good use of colors and they have consistent use of the fonts. At the same time, they're very consistent in their communication of say of their brand promise. Okay, na they're using 100% pure tuna. Okay, and the value that they're giving their customers, affordability meets quality. So again, anyone could have a brand identity, but what makes a good brand identity? Okay, so primarily it has three pillars. You need to have a distinct personality, you need to have a clear brand promise, and you need to have shared values with your customers. Okay, so I'll share with you a case study of a previous client, founding farmers. Okay, so a couple of years back, they approached us or to our studio together with design and uh, founding farmers. They are a better for you snack brand. Okay, so basically they have veggie chips. Okay, vacuum fried veggie chips and fruit chips. Okay, and they noticed that uh, they have a bigger market abroad. Okay, specifically in the US, and so they approached us because they wanted to go overseas. At the same time, unfortunately, the name Founding Farmers, it's already reserved for a restaurant in Washington. So there's no way they could enter the U.S. market with that name. Okay, so enter the rebranding of Founding Farmers. Okay, distinct personality. So obviously we had a lot of sessions with the with the client before we had the proposal. So in our process in my studio, so we value research, okay, and we let research dictate what type of identity the brand will have. Okay, so obviously researching about distinct personality of of the new founding farmers brand, it took a while, but again, we came up with these key points. They're fun. It's a The new brand is your personal cheerleader, and the brand is easygoing. Okay, so these three personality uh, pave the way for us to propose a new name, create a new name, okay, dictate the creative direction of the logo. Okay, obviously the other visual elements in the brand, the colors, the fonts, the type of illustrations, and even the packaging design. At the same time, it also influenced the tagline and and eventually the communication strategy of the new brand. Okay. Next would be the brand promise. So again, we were throwing ideas and we came up with the brand promise of the new founding farmers. It's 100% real vegetables and or real fruits. Kasi yun naman talaga eh. Okay, they don't have to lie. They don't have to uh, be pretentious. It's just that they are offering when you buy their snacks, it's 100% real vegetables and real fruits. Okay, and it paved the way for us giving them an authentic claim and messaging. Okay. Shared values with our customers. Okay, they want these people to enjoy the eating vegetables as a snack. Okay, and they would like to see eating vegetables as a way of nourishment, and in a way it's also convenient. very practical. Okay. So again, shared values, okay, helped us create the communication strategy for the new brand. And again, combining the three, okay. So this is the new founding farmers name, Cravewell. Okay. So this is their tagline, and this is their product line. Okay. So to put fun and exciting in their visual, so we used really bright colors. We used thick visuals, thick shapes to somewhat reflect the forms of the vegetables. Okay. At the same time, we also created their different product lines as well. Okay. So and it uh, it gave us uh, the accolade of winning the Korean award last November. Again, so now you see how the three pillars work together. Okay, so for Cravewell, the new founding farmers brand, okay, the distinct personality or fun. It's a mix of fun, being a personal cheerleader, it's easygoing, and the promise. Okay, the promise is what you tell the customers. Okay, they're offering 100% real vegetables and real fruits. And how do you say it? Diba? It's very cheerful, diba? You want them to be excited. You want your customers to enjoy, okay? And you show this in the shared values with them. Okay. So again, you guys, would you mind reviewing the brand identity of your business and think if your business have the three pillars: distinct personality, a brand promise, and shared value. It's okay if you don't have. Okay, if you don't have those three pillars, okay, ano yung gusto mo? Or what are the three pillars that you want your business to have? Everyone's back?
Yes.
Yes. Ayun. So, anyone who'd like to share what were discussed in their breakout rooms? Jo?
I can share. It's William.
Jojo? Can you share?
Hello? Hi.
Sure.
Wait. Sino? Si
Hi.
Jojo? Sige, Jojo first.
Alright, okay. So for PICSA Corporation, so syempre, sa maraming pest control operators in the Philippines. But since when we started, we've always positioned our company to be more on the premium end. Because yung positioning talaga, naka-anchor dun talaga if will I be pangmasa or will I be, just pick the quality clients who will also be, who would appreciate good service. So I believe that we have the three pillars, the distinct personality, which we're actually until now able to maintain. The brand promise is, the results delivered and sustained, and that's why we complement the other services with other supportive processes. And then the shared values, we really tell the clients we cannot do it by ourselves. You have to do something as well. So they're aware that if they do not do their part, because they're the ones staying in the house, they're the ones staying in the building, they do the operations. Yung mga nagka-cause ng pests to proliferate will be on them. So we make them aware of that. So the programs are now customized according to what they're able to also do. And so for us, I feel, and I'm on our 11th year, I think we just need to strengthen it with our branding and in our logo, and that's what I'm asking. That's why I love it.
Thanks so much, Jojo.
Thank you, Jojo. Anyone else?
Me.
Let's go to Willin.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
So I
Hi.
spoke about Western Union. Distinct personality, I think the brand already speaks for itself, being the pioneer remittance company in the entire world. The moment you see that logo and that distinct, not yellow background, I can't say it's yellow because it's really not. You know now it's Western Union, and you know now when you use the facility, whatever money that you're going to send, it's going to reach the person who's intended to receive that money. So that distinct personality was built by Western Union over, not overnight, but through years and years and years of establishing their brand. For the shared values of Western Union, I think it's all about security. You want to be secure, you get what you pay for. So you pay the premium. As I was telling my group kanina, there have been stories of other remittance companies na the money that was intended for somebody got paid out to somebody else. In my history of doing Western Union since 2006, we've never had any incident like that, because part of their brand promise also is they put where their mouth they put their money where their mouth is. So it's not enough that they say that, oh no, we're safe, you will go to Western Union. Talagang they also spend on the infrastructure to ensure na it's not going to be hacked, that the person will there's not going to be any mistake in the paying out of the transaction. So yun yung brand promise that they deliver, and it's also manifested to us, their direct agent of theirs. We have to comply also to the standards set by Western Union for us to retain our license with them.
Cool. And I'd like to point out what Willin said a while ago, that the 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 reputation of Western Union wasn't done overnight. Uh, Longevity depends on how consistent you are when you communicate your brand promise over and over again. It will take time. It will take time. And again, if you have a clear brand identity, if it's clear to you, to your stakeholders, to to your employees, to the people who support you, then uh, you will have a strong brand image soon. One more. Uh, would like to share.
Marilyn Oiboko raised her hand, so maybe she would like to
Yeah,
share.
yes, please. Go,
Yeah.
Marilyn. Hi.
Okay. Actually, in our group, medyo naguluhan kami kasi parang nag-intertwine, no, the three things.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, di
Ganun
ba?
talaga.
Diba?
Point talaga siya.
Where will I put this? I mean, so I started out with our tagline, no? Our tagline actually, yung isang portion dun was given by our customers themselves. It took us, it was a struggle for us to really claim. Kasi basta ang mess ko, mas kumpleto. It's a family corporation. Actually, nagtalo-talo kami. Are you sure i-claim natin yan? Sabi, i-claim na natin kasi sinabi ng customers natin mas kumpleto. And then we just, dinagdagan lang namin ng basta mes ko mas kumpleto, hanep sa serbisyo. So it's like another promise na medyo hindi lang magandang serbisyo, hanep ang ginamit namin na word, no? So it's also push us to give excellent service, no? Not just being complete but also excellent service. So siguro yun yung brand promise namin, no? And then yung una, yung DP, it's more on when people are looking for medical supplies and medicine, we are always on top of their mind because there's no other store. We're not sure if the entire Philippines or what, no? But as far as medical supplies and medicine under one roof, people know it's a MESCO. So that's the distinct personality of our company. And then the shared value, well, syempre integrity, nandyan, ano? People know that our people are people with integrity and then excellent service pa rin. No? And then if they're looking for something, we look for ways to source. Kasi minsan yung mga medical supplies na hinahanap out of this world. So really, take an extra mile to serve their requirements. Yun.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. So thank you for sharing. And
Tama ba yun?
again, so going back, yeah, tama naman, tama yan, Mary. Yeah. So again, going back to to the deck. Again, so we discussed the three pillars of a brand identity. So that's a distinct personality, you have a clear brand promise, and you have shared values with your customers. Okay. But okay, so again, you're able to create the pillars of your business. However, there are external factors that could also influence your brand identity. Okay, these are the target market and obviously competitors. Okay, if you know uh, who you want to talk to, it's easy for your business to craft the messaging, diba? So let's say if if I know na if I'm a BMW sales agent, let's say, and I know that my market medyo nasa executive level, and they might be they own multi brands or they have multi businesses, then probably let's say I will also know where to get in touch with them. I know where to locate them. Okay, so with that, knowing your target market can help you strategize what platform to use, diba? May it be in digital or okay, what media, diba? Dapat ba nasa print ako? Should I be in OOH? Should I be in magazines? Diba? So let's say, going back, if I'm a BMW sales agent and I know that my market would be mga executives nga, then probably I'll be instead of me posting the catalog in my personal social media accounts, probably I'll be in golf courses, di ba? Participating in various mga charity events there, or I'll be, di ba? I'll have a print ad in Philippine Tatler, di ba? Or I'll get, let's say, a digital PR so that I'll be in different media channels online. But let's say if I'm a manpower agency, di ba? And I know that I have to talk to mga HR managers, or let's say I have mga headhunters like that. Probably I'll go to, let's say, I'll tap email marketing. Diba? I want to go to the what's this? I want to capture HR managers' emails. Diba? I want to be in their what's this? In their email account, email in their Outlook, diba? Office Outlook every day, let's say. So that, alam mo yun, parang again, over and over again, that type of mess will help your customers have a, parang you begin to be their top choice nila, or at least mabilis yung retention for your brand. Again. Okay. So for Cravewell, okay, so obviously again, part of our process in together is to really deep dive in the industry of our clients, and also even tap research agencies sometimes to help us with profiling the right market for our for our clients, and for this for Cravewell. So ito parang ang dami namin na plot out for them. Okay, and aside from consumer profile, so we also delved into snacking trends. Okay, also, you know, there's an overarching question of why do people snack ba talaga? So it's a lot of throwing a lot of ideas with the client. No, it's there's a basically there's being it's a you snack because for functional or for emotional reasons. Okay, and these three, yung functional, emotional, the snacking trends, and the consumer profile helped us, have a general thought first of who the target market of Cravewell is. So ito yan. So a generation of working class individuals with disposable income. Again, it's very general. So we had to dissect it okay, and come up with these attributes, okay, motivations, the lifestyle, and the behaviors. Okay, guys, I'm just showing you this. Okay, you don't have to really ano naman, uh, do this later, Para lang at least you get to see the thought process in how the identity of Cravewell happened. So yeah. And also because of the target market, we know how to we know the persona that we want to talk to. Okay, we were able to create a communication strategy specifically for them. Okay, so again, ito yung message house of Cravewell. So if we want to talk about snacking as functional activity, then ano yun? Diba? If we want to talk to foodies, how do you want to talk to foodies? Diba? If let's say it's a very lifestyle centric communication, then how would it be? So it's here. Okay, us as a brand identity, yung ginagawa talaga namin, brand books, diba? brand bibles. Okay? That's the value of, let's say, getting a brand agency, because end of the day, you want your communication, visual and verbal, to be very unified and very consistent. So let's say the brand book that we created for Cravewell, we passed it on to their social media agency, to their other suppliers, and we've been checking, and they were able to follow the brand book that we created. Okay, and that, okay, will obviously have a positive effect on the brand image of Cravewell. Yeah. So again, like this, so we were able to create an overarching parang writing guide for the brand, and it's currently being used by the social media agency of Cravewell. So they were able to, this was their guide to create the social media playbook. So that's how they would respond to inquiries, to issues. So ganyan ganyan. At the same time, so we know the character of our market, so we know where to locate them. And one of the key advices for that we gave them was they need to use Instagram as their house, basically. Parang that's their headquarters. Everything is there. Okay. If you've noticed, if you go to their Instagram account, you will see all of their what's this? All of their snacks are there. You know where to buy them. And it's basically an online catalog. They also have an e-commerce website where you could buy their items. Okay, they're also in Shopee and Lazada, and other touch points they're basically in the big grocery outlets in Manila and in NCR. So now again, guys, I have to ask you, what's the persona of your customer? You don't have to be parang hindi naman super specific, but if you could be specific, that would be good. But let's say for the purposes of the masterclass, a general a description of your persona would be.
All right, so while Lek is sharing, let me just take the opportunity to remind everyone, if you have any questions at all or any insights that you'd like to share, please share them in the chat box. We'll try to address them during this session. So Lek, are you ready?
Yeah. So anyone who would like to share anything in their breakout session kanina?
So who would like to share?
Yeah,
Just
call it.
unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to share. This is Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Yeah, hi, Albert. Actually, yung customer profile na
Johan?
plinash ni Lek kanina, parang clients ko rin. Kasi I provide I provide healthy snacks and low carb desserts. So yon,
Yeah.
people with, but mine is really energy bars, energy and protein bars. So
Yeah.
busy schedule, busy
Mm-hmm.
life, but they know that they want to be healthy. And these are the working class with disposable income, and they go to the gym or they work out. They're health conscious,
Mm-hmm.
and my products are also good for the whole family. So I have specific
Mm.
products for the kids and for the oldies and
Yeah.
for the active ones. So it spans the So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. So nice.
parang cut
So
and
Miss
paste
Jack,
it,
yeah, Miss
Roslyn.
Jackie. So how? Yeah. Yeah. How do you? How do you? What platforms do you use, or what media are you? Using to? Communicate to your
Yeah,
customers.
I use Facebook and Instagram, and recently nagpagawa na rin ako ng landing page where, because I don't want to publish the prices in Facebook.
Mm.
So if they are interested, then they go to my
Mm.
landing page and it goes directly to my messenger for orders.
Wow. Wow. Nice. Nice.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing, Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
All right.
JP Lam? Can I volunteer JP
Yes, sir.
Lam?
Ano yung may tutulong ko sa'yo?
Uh, what's the persona of
Lang
your customers?
The persona of my customers are those who are very picky. Well, this is talking about Dayan Optical as a optical clinic. Because recently I changed to COVID testing. So since we're working on the the new brand, parang the persona of my customer are those who are very fashion conscious, who's not necessarily price conscious. Yeah, I guess yun yung mga ano natin, persona ng customer natin, who are very
So,
bespoke.
ano yung,
Parang ganun.
yeah. So how do you promote your yung Dayan Optical?
Traditionally, we've been doing word of mouth. In the near future, we're looking at Instagram and Facebook because of the lifestyle of the people, di ba? Baka soon, baka mag-TikTok
Mhm.
tayo, select yung
Okay. Ayun.
yeah. Thanks, Lek.
Yeah. Thank you, JP,
Yeah,
Doc
tsaka
JP.
higher Lek, sobrang galing na talaga.
One more, maybe Johan Alba.
Ayan. Sabi ko na
What's
eh.
yeah, what's a persona of your customers, of your
Yeah, I
loyal
think
customers?
actually depende sa service what I
Okay.
discussed with the our breakout room because
Mm-hmm.
sa mga events usually are the persona na parang ng people na who get events are those who are generous and they value for money. They value money. Gusto nila parang sulit yung event, ganyan, sulit yung
Okay.
pagkain. So, yun yung una. Yung pangalawa is the pack meals and the canteens. Um, they are still generous and they still value money, but I think what excels is their parang how they value safety, food safety
Okay.
specifically. So the third one is yung mga family orders. So usually yung family orders um parang again parang yun they value for money and how um delicious or the food is kasi parang um they want also to parang let their family experience it or um their friends or yun, their relatives.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Yeah, so I have another question, Johan. So how did the pandemic made you adjust your communications to your customer?
It medyo mahirap, no? Kasi we before we started parang parang having conversations with our clients through venues, through yung yung parang printed promotions, through events, ganyan.
Mhm.
But now we shifted all our marketing efforts through online, basically Facebook and Instagram. I think that really helped us, especially now na kailangan may COVID protocols.
Yeah.
Ayun, that's it.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Anyone else would like to share? All right.
Yeah, hi.
So,
Can I
yeah.
share?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Lek. This is Chris Lorenzana, Training Edge.
Hi.
Medyo
Hi,
nahirapan
ma'am.
ako kasi yung of training. So we
Yes.
provide soft skills training.
Yes.
So yung persona talaga ng customer namin would be companies that would truly invest in their people. Na talagang hindi lang sa papel nila sinasabi na we value our human resources, but they really do invest. Now, I
Yes.
don't know if it's correct kasi I for guidance on this na pwede ko bang i-describe yung persona ng customers namin as the type of companies kasi for the
Yes,
past
of
14
course.
years,
Yes.
like 95% of our clients, puro Japanese companies. So
Mhm.
is it okay to describe the persona
Yes.
of our clients as
Yeah.
okay lang yon na
Yes.
Japanese
Yes. Yeah.
companies sila, ganon?
Yeah. Yeah. It depends naman on the nature of
Okay.
your
Now,
business. Yeah.
okay. Kasi that's, that's the only thing I wanted to share with you and with everyone else na ang persona ng customers namin are really companies that would invest on their people. Lalo na
Mhm.
soft skills kasi hindi siya technical, hindi
Mhm.
necessary. So, pwede pala yung ganon. Okay, so that's all. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sir Lex.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Chris.
Okay.
All right. So we go back to the presentation. And the second part would be competitors. Okay, so you need to be aware of who your competitors are, the other players within your industry. Okay, that would have already yung may captured market na. So in order for you to have a distinct brand identity, you need to have a clear understanding how your competitors work, what their structures are, and how do they communicate to their market as well. Okay. So for Cravewell, okay, ito medyo we had a really deep dive on the uh, better for you snack category in the US market. Okay, so it took a while before we really had to yung may clear kami na deck for this. I wouldn't show all of the competitors kasi sobrang dami lang talaga. So aside from us comparing the comparing Cravewell to other to the yung visuals lang, okay. So we also had to research about the communication strategies of the competitors, the point of sales, okay, their brand promises. So basically, we had to really work on really had to look into the brand identity of the competitors. Okay, for this, it's kind. We also looked at the parang product hierarchy of the brands of the snack brands. Okay, so one more here. Okay. So aside from us looking into the brand identities of competing better for you snacks, we also had to look into mga yung what we know as mga junk food brands. Okay, kasi ano the one of the characteristics of Cravewell is that they're fun, they're exciting, enjoy ganyan. And parang in a way, the personality of junk food brands nag-a-adopt doon si Cravewell. So we also have to look into the characteristic of junk food brands. Okay. So Lay's, Doritos, Tostitos, to name a few. Okay. And the tool that we use for us to show our client na okay, ito dapat yung ito yung ito yung character mo dapat. Ito yung perception dapat sa'yo ng tao. Okay, so we use yung perceptual map. Okay, it's a chart that depicts how customers perceive different competing brands. Okay, so it's a guy that brands use so they could create a persona that's distinct among their competitors. Okay, so ito guys, medyo have patience. Uh, when we do mga perceptual mapping, we always get the yung extreme characteristics. So let's say ito for Cravewell, okay? So healthy, and yung opposite niya would be junk food. Diba? Ito in terms of the perception of people dun sa brand, okay? Are they communicating their brand as a healthy brand, or are they communicating are they a junk food brand? Okay. Are they serious? So ano yung opposite niya would be playful. Okay. So when we were able to plot these attributes that Cravewell shares with the other competitors, so we plotted them with the other players. Okay. And ito yung recommendation namin for Cravewell was for them to be in the playful dash healthy spectrum. Okay, so it's leaning to being playful than them communicating that they're a healthy snack. Okay, they don't need to communicate that they're a healthy snack because they're 100% real vegetables and real fruit. So ano pa bang tatalo dun? So better, let's say, if they just communicate, they project that they're a playful brand. Okay, and this helped us a lot to create and have rational sa visual identity of Cravewell. Okay, so it gave us reason why the founding farmer seal needs to be a fun and very childish logo like this of Cravewell. And there's also a reason why the green founding farmers colors wouldn't work for the new product set of Cravewell. And with that, it also gave us a clear personality trait for the brand. Okay, it's being friendly, it's fun, and it's easygoing. Okay, so before the breakout session or anything, was the perception map clear? Is it clear? Any questions on the diagram that I showed? Any questions? So let's say BNI, diba? If we plot BNI in a perceptual map, who would be the competitors of BNI kaya? Could it be Rotary, JCI? Are there any other small networking groups? Okay. And you knowing the character of BNI, okay, how would you plot the attributes? Is it clear?
Welcome back, everyone. As always, if you have questions, insights, or other aha moments that you'd like to share, please type them in the chat.
Yeah. So Carl, medyo na you understand kanina what I was trying to
Yes, yes,
explain.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Thank you.
yeah. Cool.
Ayan. So, Lek?
Sharing na ba, Lek? Mag-share na ba tayo?
Yeah, yes, please.
Oo, ako inside, hindi ko, because it's very hard to differentiate myself because there are many players and anybody can make
Yeah,
a promise. They can counter my promise, but you
of
have no
course.
guarantee because when you look at a panel, they're all the same. So, ang revelation doon sa discussion namin is, then Daisy, you have to hype on your longevity because your longevity equals reliability because people need to see that all panels are the same, but it's the fact that 25 years down the line, you are still there. So,
Yeah.
so yun ang aha moment ko doon sa grupo namin. Thank you my group mates. Thank you, Barbie.
Anyone
That's
else?
nice to
Evelyn?
hear.
Super sulit na, Lek.
Excuse me?
Sulit na
Sorry.
yung binayad ko dito. Because super sulit na yung binayad ko dito.
Okay.
Joke.
Yes, Marlene? Miss Marlene, yes.
Yeah, I'll just turn off my camera. Unstable
Yes,
na
yes, yeah. It's okay.
Share ko lang, Daisy was talking about longevity, no? And,
Yeah.
our company has been in the industry for 64 years.
Wow.
But longevity, actually, kung matagal ka na sa industriya, the more you have to be vigilant. Because like in our brand, homegrown kami, the more familiar the people here are with us. Alam mo yung parang feeling nila involved sila sa operations namin. Yung parang yung things like, they will tell us, oy, dapat i-train niyo yung tao niyo. Halimbawa, may mga newbies kami na hindi natataranta pa, no? Kasi minsan, sabi nga sa survey, Davao people are the most difficult customers. So kung, because they really are smart and and talagang prangkahan ka talaga. So they will tell us na, uy, train nyo naman mabuti yung tao nyo. Parang, kung nag-expand kayo, support kami, pero kailangan maayos. Parang stockholders lang sila. Anyway, so we had to be vigilant. And we were happy kasi around 3-4 years ago, somebody conducted a survey. I don't know, I forgot what it's called. No, it's we were talking about perception, the perception that came out from actual Davaoenos, no, going to drugstores, whatever drugstores, and we were happy that we were top of mind, and they were asked, if you were in a relationship with a MESCO, what kind of relationship do you have? Parang ganyan. And then sabi nila, BFF. Yun ang lumabas sa kanila. So, I mean, yung ganyan, and if it's a profession, what is a MESCO to you? A doctor. So yung ganun ba? So that's the perception. How about the price? Oh, very fair yung price nila. So we got it talaga from the people of Davao, and we were very happy. But there was this person who said before, alam mo, dati, nung college ako, doon ako bumibili ng mga gamit ko for nursing. Ayan sila. Pero for a time, parang nawala yung ames ko, tumahimik siya. Pero ngayon, bumalik na sila ulit, ang dami na nila. Alam mo yun? So, that's where I realized nga na, yeah, longevity is one, but to sustain is another matter,
Yes,
you cannot, it's any moment pwede kang punahin talaga eh.
Yeah.
Yung ganun. Yeah.
That's why brands that are that stood the test of time, they know how to take care of their identity as well. Diba? So I'm not sure if you're familiar na parang Google or Nike or Apple would have small small updates in their logos, in their visual communication, but again, it means something else kasi for them, 'di ba? It might be may ano sila, may new products maybe sila, they have a new service. Okay? That's why a lot have silent rebranding in a way. 'Di ba? Silent
Um,
na you don't notice the change, but the culture inside their their business may bago eh. Okay? Which in the next few years or when they ano na, they have new touch points to their clients, their customers. Iba na yung nabubuo na perception to them. Okay? And again, going back to the value of the perceptual mapping, it's a good practice for businesses to know the to know your competitors, to know their attributes, to know their characteristics, so that kasi hindi naman in your industry you need to watch out for everybody. You just need to watch out for a few who are operating just like you. Okay, you don't have if you're a small player. Let's say if you're a let's say you're a sneaker reseller, you don't have to be be afraid of the new Jordan outlet in BGC or the other established sneaker brands in Manila. Okay, because ikaw you're just small. You need to look at other resellers. Okay, and you need to know what how are they doing their businesses, who are they talking to, what platforms are they using, and yun yung matutulong ni perceptual mapping in developing the right brand identity for your business. Any questions?
we have one question. So I know that
Okay.
we're a bit running over time,
Yeah.
but we promise naman that we'll end at around 7. But
We're
there is
almost done. We're almost done. Yeah.
there was a question here that was sent via PM.
Okay.
Lumabas din ito nung webinar last week.
All right.
But I figure this is good to bring up as well. They were asking, itong conversation about brand identity, is this something I need to think about only if I'm talking to the end consumer or a B2C business? Or does it also matter even if I'm a B2B business?
Regardless if you're a B2B or B2C brand, there will always be something to tell about your business. Okay, it's always important that you know how to, let's say, talk to your uh, customers, to your clients, and most of the time, good uh, examples are leaning to B2C. But there are B2B brands that are valuing rin brand identities. We have a lot of clients, surprisingly. We were surprised actually for the past 2 years that we're getting rin B2B brands as as new clients. Kasi they value the distinction that they could get, di ba, from having a good brand identity, di ba? Kumpara, let's say, to another B2B brand na competitor nila who doesn't parang value branding. Okay? Kasi let's say if you're a B2B brand na you don't value branding, ano lang naman parang ang labanan dyan would be pricing, 'di ba? Yung reputation mo, definitely it would be weaker than the one who has a better B2B brand identity. So regardless if you're a B2B or B2C brand, there will always be something na may touch points lagi for communicating your identity. Okay, it's clear for B2C na customers. But for B2B, pwede rin naman your stakeholders, your employees, your partners, okay? And most of the time you see B2C as the frontliners in using brand identities in their business because may instant result eh. Okay, but let's say for B2Bs, it takes time eh, on the side of the of the client eh, 'di ba? Sila para okay, I'll take note of you when the time comes, I'll get in touch with you. Okay. So you still need to be clients would still need na to be aware that you exist. That's very important. Eh. Diba? If they don't know na you're a good service provider, diba? Then what's there to sell after? Diba? Again, so we go back to the last few slides, okay? So now with all of the things that we've discussed, the three pillars, your target market, your competitors, the perceptual mapping. Now you have a good framework to help you build your brand. Okay, if you want to review your branding now, yung whatever information you got from this masterclass, you could use it, diba, to compare the uh, the information that you have right now and ni business, diba? At the same time, okay, now that you have a good brand identity, so these were the things that we discussed, diba? Distinct personality, brand promise, shared values, you have a clear target market, and you know how to differentiate yourself to your competitors. Okay, so these five, okay, when you're able to sit down and really think about these five attributes, then definitely you'll have clear messaging for your customers. You'll have improved visual identity, and definitely you'll have better marketing strategy. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Lek. Any other final questions from the room? Now is the time to ask. Okay. Sige, if there are none, Lek, do you have any final messages for everyone in the room tonight?
Thank you for joining us in this master class, and just message me if you want to talk about your branding for your business and how I could help you uh, proceed to improve your branding. One-to-one na yan.
All right. Thank you, Lek. I've typed in Lek's email address in the chat box. If any of you have further questions or would like to schedule individual consultations with Lek Velasco, for now, let's please give him a warm round of applause as we come to the close of this workshop. Thank you so much, Lek. Now, as final reminders, once again, if you'd like to learn more about BNI and how we continue to help organizations succeed, please check out bnitaguig.ph. We also invite you to visit one of our chapter meetings in the coming weeks so that we can get to know you better, at least for those who are not yet members of the organization. Coming up next, we will be turning our attention to the most precious resources in our business, the people. So our next webinar is scheduled for February 10, also 5 to 6:30 p.m. And here we'll invite a panel of speakers who will be sharing from experience as well as from their expertise how you can build and nurture high-performing teams when everyone is working from home. Di ba? Paano mo nga naman may ensure na nagtatrabaho ang mga tao sa bahay? What do you need to do to bring out the best in your people, especially during this time? Or even how can you find the right people in the first place? So this next episode that we'll have will focus on effective people management practices so that you can take care of the people who are taking care of your business. As always, as we come to the close of this workshop, we will ask for the gift of feedback. In the spirit of continuous improvement, we'd like to know what you think of today's workshop. And we will post the link in the chat box, but you'll also be redirected to the survey automatically when you sign out of this Zoom session. So once again, thank you very much. My name is Albert Orr. It was my pleasure to be your moderator this afternoon. Let's restart the world one business at a time. Good night, everyone. Have a good rest of the week.